In this video, I'll show you how to separate your subjects from the background whenever you're taking your studio photos. So this is going to be a step-by-step video of how you can make your subject pop from the background in case you're doing studio photography, and how to place your light when you're taking those studio photos to have a separated subject from the background, and how you can make your subject pop from the background. So without further ado, let's get started. So the very first thing I want to show you is how to simply place your light. I want to show you how you can simply place your light and the camera settings rather. So for this, I'll be using the Canon 60D camera using the Tamron 70-200mm f2.8 lens, and I'll be using the XT1 trigger for Canon. And for the camera settings, ISO 160, shutter speed 1/200th of a second, aperture 5.6. Then the picture style I'll be shooting in is standard, white balance. I'll be shooting at 6000 kelvins because I tend to prefer a slightly warm white balance. Then the photos that we're going to be seeing are going to be straight out of camera and not edited. So with these settings, I'll take the first photo without the light and I show you the result. So the image you take at this point has to be dark. So as you can see on the screen, the image I've taken right now is very, very dark. So right now, I'll simply come and show you the wrong way of doing things, and later on how you can do it right. So the very first mistake most people tend to do is about light placement or light direction. So I'll have my model for this. I'll first of all have my model stand close to the background, and I show you the mistake most people tend to do. So when the subject is close to the background, it means you can't separate her from the background. So with my subject standing close to the background, I'll just introduce in my light. Remember, we took a test photo, but I'll show you how to build up the image and have it look better. So I'll just come and I introduce in my light right here. So this is the light. Then the first mistake most people tend to do is pointing the light direct to the subject like this. So this is the first mistake most people tend to do when it comes to taking studio photos. So they tend to position the light in a way that it is directly in front of the subject like this. So what happens in this case is when the light comes from this umbrella and it hits her, there's going to be a shadow cast onto the background. So let me take that and I show you how it is going to be turning out. So I'll slightly raise my light like this. So I just raise it higher and I'll take the test photo so that you can see that for this image there won't be any kind of separation between the model and the background. So I'll just come closer and take this. So you can see for this kind of image, there is even a shadow onto the background or the backdrop because the subject is just right in front of it, or the model is close to the background. So I'll take another image so that you can see this better. So when you are to analyze or look at this very image, you can notice that we have a shadow right here cast down here. So what we have to do, how to correct this is, in order to create separation between the subject and the background, we have to make the model stand away from the background. So I'll have her move closer like this, And in order to create separation, ensure that the light is not pointing to your background, because it is going to light up or illuminate the background. And in case you use this kind of setup and you take an image, yeah, it is going to cast a shadow down here. And the light is going to be lighting up and brightening up the overall photo. Remember, the light is too close. So what I'll do in this case, I'll simply try to adjust the light, and I show you with this same setup. Remember, if the light is too close, yeah, it is going to be too bright for the subject. So what I'll do, I've just tried to adjust the light away from the subject. So I'll take the same photo so that you can see the result. So you can see the lighting is still okay, yeah, but we are not separating the subject from the background. You can see she's in the image, she's somehow close to the background, and the background is very bright or well lit. So for this case, what you have to do, in order to separate the subject from the background and make her pop from the background, we have to change the light direction, yeah, or the light positioning. So what I'll do at this point, I'll have to adjust the light in a way that this light source is not pointed straight to my background. Remember, the first step to separating her from the background, I have simply told her to move a few steps away from the background. So step number one is to create separation between the subject and the background. Then step number two is change the light positioning, so, or the light direction. So for this, I'll simply adjust this. So let me show you how to do this. So I'll adjust it. Instead of it directly pointing to the background, I'll make it, so I'll just take this lower, open this, loosen this up, and what I'll do at this point, I'll just place it in this kind of format. So if you notice that the light is now pointing from up to down, yeah? So what you have to do for this kind of setup, make sure that the subject is going to be standing right at the edge of the softbox, about here. So make sure there is some distance between the subject and the softbox, and she's standing close to the edge. So I'll just take up my light. Yeah, this is okay. So by simply adjusting the light, I'll show you what we have. So the model is not standing close to the background, and we have slightly changed the light in this case. So what I'll do, I'll take another image just like this, and you can see a simple light adjustment has changed the overall image, yeah? So by simply changing the light positioning, I've been able to change everything regarding how bright the background is. So the distance of the subject from the background is going to determine the separation, and the light positioning is as well going to determine the separation between the subject and the background. So I'll take another image with the same settings that we started with. So you can see we have separation between the subject and the background in this case looks dark, and our subject right now is lit and illuminated. So that is, those are the first two steps that you can use to separate the subject from the background. So step number three is introducing in a rim light. A rim light is basically an edge light that is going to help you separate or create a line between or on the edge of the subject, and this is going to create an illusion that the subject and the background have different lighting proportions. So what I'll do, I'll get my other light. So I'll be using the AD600BM in this strip box. Yeah, so in case you have a speed light, you can use that. So the mistake most people tend to do is when it comes to positioning the rim light, they tend to place it like this. Yeah, they tend to point it towards the background. So let me show you how positioning the rim light is going to be affecting the image in this case. I've just introduced in the rim light, but the positioning is wrong. So I'll take another image right now. And you can see right now our rim light, it is meant to separate the subject from the background, but the positioning is wrong. Yeah? Since the positioning is wrong, we just want to correct that. So the right way to position our rim light is to simply place it just like here. So make sure it is at, just stand like this. Make sure it is just at the back. Make sure the direction is just pointing at the back of the subject. Yeah? So with that corrected, I've just tried to change the positioning of the rim light or the direction. So I'll take another image to show you this. And the other thing that you have to take into consideration is always make sure that your rim light is, or the strip box is covered all the way. Yeah, so that you don't have any light spilling to the background. So you can see the image that I initially took, the strip box was a little bit open. That's why we had a light spill onto the background. So I've just tried to cover up the rim light. And now you can see what we have. The subject is now popping from the background. Yeah, you can see that we have a little bit of separation between the subject and the background. Let me take half. Just take half so that they can see that separation. Right now, the background is dark where we wanted it to be, but we have some separation between the subject and the background is not well lit. Yeah? So, in case you feel like you want to take this even a step further, you can now make the image pop. You can either use the strip box as an edge light, or you can as well introduce in your optical snoot. Yeah? And for the optical snoot, remember the power of my rim light is set 1 out of 64. But in case you have an optical snoot, you can use that to create separation. So I'll just introducing this. Yeah. And I'll make sure it is pointing to my background. You can see that. So I'm just going to raise it a little bit higher, like this. And this is going to create more drama and more separation between the subject and the background. So with the optical snoot included, and I'm using a speed light in my optical snoot, you can see right now the subject is popping out of the background. And by the way, my speed light is set to 1 out of 64 power, same as the rim light. And my main light is set to 1 over 16. So I'll take more photos like this. And by the way, like I said, you can take an image or you can take a photo with just simply using the snoot and without using this. So I'm just going to eliminate this and I show you what the main light is going to be contributing with the optical snoot. So this is as well going to separate the subject from the background. You can see that we now have depth between the subject and the background, and the subject is popping out of the background. So whenever using a speed light, you can notice that you have to give it time to try to recycle so that you can be able to take the next shot. So let me take half. So you can see this is just using the optical snoot to create some separation between the subject and our background. So with just using these simple tips, you can learn how to enhance your subject and make them pop from the background as a photographer. I hope these tips have helped you understand studio lighting better as a photographer. In case you have a question, simply drop it in the comment section, and don't forget to like this video. If you haven't liked the video, don't forget to keep practicing and as well keep creating.